When I'm traveling and camping, I sleep in my car. Lots and lots of room back here. And one of the questions I get asked a lot is, what do I eat? How do I cook it? And how do I store about a week's worth of food living in a Prius? So in this video, I'm gonna share that with you, as well as give you some examples of the food I eat when I'm out camping. If I'm being honest, making this video turned out to be a little bit of a challenge for me. I don't know what to say. And I think part of that is because I don't really plan well what I'm gonna eat when I'm out wild camping. It's one of the things I focus on the least. So what we have here is a mashup of different attempts at this video and different camp trips put together. It goes without saying that when you're living in a car, space is limited. So my main source of food storage is my cooler. I opted to not invest in a 12-volt fridge freezer. Quite frankly, I'm cheap. I just use a cooler that stores all of my dry ingredients, and I throw a few freezer packs in, as well as some frozen foods to keep a few things cold for a couple of days. I also have an ice pack with a small cooler to keep my milk cold, as well as some of my drinks. Plus, if I'm craving something cold, like a salad or yogurt, I can just stop at a store or a gas station and just pick that up. Another trick is that I don't pack any meat. I don't know if you've noticed that, but when it comes to meat, I only bring tuna or herring in a can. This helps eliminate the need for extra cold storage, which in turn saves space in the car. Other sources of protein are usually canned beans or nuts, and a lot of the food I eat has its own protein source in it. Also, protein bars are always helpful if you need. So if we're hanging out in the Prius and we want a snack, we actually have a snack drawer. Little cubby that you can open up, and I've got some snacks in there. I also keep a few perishables right here. My baby food, oranges, apples. You're not gonna wanna go camping without a lot of water. You'll need it for cooking and hydration. I also camp with dogs, so I need extra water to make sure they have what they need. I store the majority of my water in the back of my car in this cubby here. I always make sure I bring more than what I think I will need for my camping trips. This one. Also have one in my hiking bag. I always try to make sure I refill my water whenever the opportunity presents itself, whether it be through natural sources or if I can find a water fountain. The easiest way for me to fill my water when I'm cooking is to use this water bladder and just let it hang out the back of the car. There it goes. Just let it fill up like that. Everything I need to cook with, I store right here in this box. When it comes to heating up food, I have 4 ways of doing it. One way is by using this little camp stove. It packs away easy, opens up quick. And I got this from Walmart. It was in the camping section, very inexpensive. A lot of people use jet boils. I couldn't tell you what the difference is between this and a jet boil other than the price tag, because this little guy doesn't cost nearly as much. Another way I'll heat up food is by using a 12-volt water kettle. I either plug it into my power station or directly into the car. It can boil water in about 15 minutes. It's great if you're cooking ramen noodles, if you want to add some hot water to soup, and of course, wonderful for coffee. I could even heat up water and drop one of these bags into it and heat my food that way as well. Another method I use for heating food is using a 12-volt mini oven. This is something I got not too long ago, and it has been awesome. All right, that should be done by now. Oh, it's almost hot to the touch. And the last method I use for heating up food is the dashboard method. Depending on what I'm eating, I will take something like this, place it in my dashboard, and when I'm driving around or at a trailhead, the sun will heat it. And just like that, at the end of your hike, you have a hot meal ready to go. You can pour it into a bowl, or if you're like me, eat it right out the bag, because I'm lazy and I don't want to do dishes. So I'll heat food up on the stove one of 2 ways. I have a tiny cast iron pot, and I have this little Stanley pot. Comes with 2 mugs on the inside. Funny story, I actually got this little gadget before I was an official car camper. but it was technically my first car camping experience. I was passing through Georgia and I didn't want to spend a lot on a hotel. I ended up staying at Cloudland Canyon and stopped at the Walmart nearby and picked this up to heat food up on the stove. I had a air mattress that I couldn't inflate all the way because it wouldn't fit in the back of the Prius, and a sleeping bag and Kobe. So that was technically my first ever car camping trip, and it took 6 years later for me to actually try this again and it becoming a thing for me. These are all my camp cooking utensils. I actually picked these up from the dollar store. I like them because they are small. You can kind of see in comparison to my hand there. So again, storage is key. So these smaller utensils work well with both of the pots I have. I actually did a video of all the camping supplies I use that I got from the dollar store. I'll try to add a link to that video if you're interested in seeing it in the description below. I might be able to add it somewhere above me, but sometimes that doesn't work for me. Oh, also, this little lovely came from the dollar store as well. And I like this lighter because it has the short neck rather than the big long one. So again, space, but it is still long enough to where I feel like I won't get burned when I go to use it. Also in this bag, scrubbies from the dollar store, garbage bags, fire starters, and some matches. That's just a knife from the kitchen at home. I love these little camping sporks. Spoon on one side, fork on the other. You can buy a set of these off of Amazon. Got some cooking plates, collapsible bowls that can also double as mugs, and oven mitt, because this little cast iron pot does get hot. What would be nice is if I could find a little tiny cooking spray for when I'm out here doing this. It would make things a lot easier. Oh, potato down. Needs a little liquid. This is actually my cleaning vinegar. It's vinegar and water mixed together, and I use it to clean all my dishes, but now I'm using it for a cooking additive. We're getting down to the bottom here. I also have a couple of cutting boards. I really only need one, but somehow two ended up in there. I have a can opener, measuring spoons, which if I'm being honest, I've never used and probably don't need to be in here, and a couple of rags to clean my dishes. And that's all my kitchen gadgets. That is my kitchen box I use every single time I go camping. It's very minimalist, but it works. I was pulling everything out of my cooler, stating what I have and what I bring, and then I started to think about it and realized it would probably be a lot easier if I broke it down into meals rather than just all together. So we're gonna take this mess, get it a little organized, and start with breakfast. I bring granola with me that I can add hot water to. It'll soften like an oatmeal. Eggs. These are fresh eggs from my chickens at home, so they'll last without being refrigerated. However, if you have store-bought eggs, you can still bring those along with you. Just use them in the first 24 to 48 hours and keep them cool using a freezer pack or put them next to your frozen foods. I love peanut butter and jelly, so I always bring a can of peanut butter with me. I can put that on bread in the morning and just have that, or I can make a sandwich. These are little jelly packs that I've picked up. On this trip, I even brought avocados so I could make avocado toast with my eggs, avocado, and bread. Although it won't be toast, it'll just be bread because I don't have a way to really toast bread. I guess I could. Maybe, we'll see. I always have fruit with me if I want something light to munch on. Protein bars as a breakfast supplement. This is a weird one, but I actually bring baby food. It gets you your fruits and veggies in, as well as super easy to pack and very little cleanup here. So for this trip for breakfast, I have eggs and little breakfast biscuits. What I eat for lunch and dinner kind of stays the same, and I don't really overthink what I pack for that. Sometimes I'm feeling fancy, and other times I just eat to have nourishment. It just all depends on my mood. But I do make sure I have trail food versus camp food. Trail food, I pretty much rated my kids' lunchbox stash. A couple of packs of tuna, a couple of packs of trail mix, fruit jerky, regular jerky, protein bar, 100-calorie snack pack, an apple, and Kind breakfast protein bars. For me, trail food is usually going to be some kind of fruit along with a few snacks. I like to bring my tuna packs or even my canned herring along with me and put those on a wrap. And that way I don't have anything to clean. It's just plop it on, eat it, no plates or anything necessary. I'll also make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. These are my homemade Uncrustables. They got a little squished hiking up the mountain here, but I love peanut butter and jelly. And because I'm childish, I don't eat the crust. And for the record, I don't like crust on pizza either. Not a big bread person. If I'm feeling spunky, I'll bring along a salad or one of these bagged items and just eat those either out the bag or again on a wrap. So this trip was kind of an impromptu trip. I didn't go shopping for camp food, so I just grabbed whatever I had lying around the cabinet. I didn't use any foods that need to be refrigerated this time. My dinner options are a couple of boxes of ready-to-eat Indian food, herring in a can, stuffed grape leaves with barbecue sauce on it. I even brought myself dessert. I've got canned pears and canned peaches. It's not a lot of food, but it's what I had in the cabinets, and it should last about 3 days. So let's recap and see how many things we have. We have peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. We have several wraps that we can use with our fish. So that's about 3 meals right there. We have 4 chili, 5 beans, Southwest burrito. That's up to 7. I'm not going to count the rice because I use it as a side for other items. So we're still at 7. We have our Indian food that puts us at 8. 2 packs of ramen, 9, 10. 2 cans of soup, 11, 12. Grape leaves, 13. And we have our frozen foods like my tamales, my spaghetti, plus our store-bought salads. I lost track. What number were we on? And all of our perishables, snacks, and drinks. You've already seen my snack drawer and where I hide a little bit of fruit in my center console, but I do keep extra snacks in my cooler as well. One of my favorites is this jerky. I know you're seeing the word vegan and like, not for me, but in generally jerky is always good to have. If you are looking for a meatless version, I highly recommend Noble Jerky. It's so good. Dried mangoes, figs, apricots, protein bars, fruit jerky, more baby food, and even a little bit of sweets because who doesn't like a little candy every once in a while? Now, to keep some of my stuff cool, I'll use frozen foods or leftovers from home, and I'll place it on top of things like my bad salad. Ooh. I know the kipper snacks don't sound very good, but give them a try. They're not that bad. I kind of like them. This is dehydrated vegetables that I bring with me. I can eat these alone or add them to my ramen or anything else. I just need to heat them up in water to rehydrate them. Living in a car camper, it does force you to simplify your meals, which works for me because I end up with a wide variety of foods. And honestly, I think I eat healthier when I'm camping than I do when I'm at home. Just a reminder to bring a trash bag and pack in what you pack out and follow leave no trace ethics. If we keep these places clean and minimize our impact, they can continue to remain free and open to the public, like us. If you made it this far, give us a like or a shout out in the comments below. I hope you guys found this video useful and maybe got some new ideas for some food to take camping with you. We gotta go for a hike before Levi explodes. So as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Keep this, oh gosh, this is harder than I thought. I don't know what to say. Stove, what the heck would you call this? Ooh, I'm gonna fall out of the car. Okay, maybe this isn't. Well, that stinks. Where did my fork go? I used to use, as far as, now I can't talk.